Well, you've certainly got your foot on the gas today, that's for sure.
Your inner being always has its foot on the gas on your behalf. Your inner being's got foot on the gas and you got your foot on the brake. Not all the time, but sort of kind of like that. And if you just take your foot off the brake, you could have a whole lot of fun.
It's changed what I was going to speak about completely. However, I will start with this. My favourite thing about being here with you all, including everybody in the room, is experiencing Esther's incredible beauty, ease, flow and grace in receiving Abraham. That's my favourite thing, and today seems off the charts.
You should have seen her in the package room the other day at the apartment complex. She went in with her friend, another friend. She has friends. And he had a code to deliver a package that Amazon had put in a locker. It's way fun. Put your code under there and some door, you don't know which one, pops open. And maybe more than one will pop open. It's a really fun manifestational moment. So they're in there, and Esther's always trying to decide which one's going to pop over. She doesn't know, but it doesn't matter which one it is. It's always a thrill. So there was a man there, and he had already put his code in, or was just putting his code in, and a big door down close to the floor tried to open, but it wouldn't open. It was like broken. It jammed up the machine. And there was an 800 number. Call this 800 number. So Esther and her friend were waiting while he called this 800 number. He had his phone on speaker so they could hear. And the man on the other end wants to know, what's the tracking number? Well, he doesn't know the tracking number. He only knows the code. So the man on the other end of the line wants to know, well, is it a third-party delivery or is it an Amazon package? And he said, I don't really know because I can't see the package. And my wife orders a lot of things. So he's quiet, and Esther's saying to him, he's missing the point. What you need to know is, can he open the door from where he is? Tracking number sounds like he's going to reorder it. We just want the package. So the man asked this question, no, I can't help you. And Esther said, Abraham. And we just went, boom. Boom. And Esther said, try it again. And he tried it again, and the door opened. Everyone high fives. Now, you're talking about Esther being tuned in, tapped in, turned on here. Why not all the time? Why not always know what to do? A lot of that is just logic. Someone had put a package that was too large for the area, and then they'd pushed it shut. Well, that was pretty obvious in the fact that the door was just ajar. It just needed a little alignment. It was the quickest solution, yes. Your inner beings know everything about everything you want. Simple stuff like that and more complicated stuff. Your inner being knows where you are in relationship to everything that you want. So when you stand in that blended place, not only can you go with the flow of whatever it is, but you just know stuff. You just know stuff. And there are a lot of people around you that are like that. Well, when you see something like that, whether you say it to them out loud or not, acknowledge in your own mind, they're tuned in, tapped in, turned on. They've got a broader perspective going on. Anybody can call the 800 number and anybody can reorder the package, but there's a package right there just on the other side of that door. It can't be that hard to get it. Yeah? Everything's like that. Your packages are just on the other side of that door. They are. And we're not really suggesting that you kick the door open. Yeah, we kind of are. We're suggesting that you acknowledge that it's there, and acknowledge that you have access to it, and acknowledge that you can do it, and acknowledge that it's time, and acknowledge that you're ready for it now, and then just get it. Yeah.
So at a previous event, I remember you used to come into me now when you lovingly suggested to a gentleman who was in the chair that you had never met before because you've never been this before, and that's how I feel right here
Yeah,
now.
it's always new. The meeting is always new because the combination, just your newness, your combination of hoping, wishing, knowing, and the combination of your desire factor and your belief factor is moving around all the time. So you are different every time.
Would you expand and go further for me, please, on the relationship of our inner being with the broader collective consciousness?
Well, they're really one and the same, because your inner being's point of attraction, think of your inner being with a bag of marbles and those bag of marbles hooking up with other bags of marbles. But you said something really important. You gave us the answer to your question with your previous statement. You're not always the same. And so your relationship with your inner being is not always the same. And so the others that are called forward by law of attraction to help with the locker or whatever it is, it depends on what's going on with you. You are the key factor to that. There's a consistency about your inner being. All things are not possible. All things are certain as far as your inner being is concerned. But you've heard us say this. We've probably even said it directly to you, that the path of least resistance, when we talk about the path of least resistance, we're talking about your resistant points that we are maneuvering around in order to give you the most benefit that you're ready to receive at any moment in time. You could call that grace. That's always happening for you. There's never any judgment, oh, he could be in a better place. It's that this is where he is, and how can he get to where he wants to be from where he is? And that's what your inner being is always offering. And this pulsating, loving, non-physical energy that is all part of the answers to all of that is spectacularly precise, spectacularly responding to this set of desires and beliefs that you've got going on at any point in time. So the question, if we were standing in your physical shoes, what we want you to hear is, the question isn't what's my inner being got going on with their guys, it's what have you got going on with yours. Because your inner being will meet you right where you are and call you to a place beyond it. And when you start feeling that happen, focus, because you can have a really good ride. It won't last forever, maybe the afternoon, but it's fun.
Yeah. In recent weeks, and I've I've allowed myself to really not just say the words, but really look at everyone through the loving eyes of Source. Genuinely feel it in my heart, throughout the core of who I am.
Toward what end? Why are you doing that?
Because what
Are you a meddler?
Pardon?
Are you a meddler?
No.
A stalker?
No. It's like my inner being looking at their inner being.
Or
that's how it feels.
Have you calibrated yourself to your inner being, and your inner being is highlighting the things that are like you? Because that's how law of attraction works. But the other is you looking for things to clean up, and that's a painful life.
It just feels like love absolutely everywhere right now.
That's what your inner being certainly is tuned to. And as you calibrate to that, then nothing else is logical, is it? Nothing else is logical. But it's all right, because the people that you are loving are all a mixed bag of marbles. They really are. You're focusing your way into this love. And the fact that you're acknowledging it is what brings more and more and more, until you can reach the place where you just expect good things to happen all around you all the time.
No matter where you are.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, as always.
Yeah. Really good.